Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Michelle. It's your girl Michelle. If you're joining for the first time, guys, what I talk about is how I joined the US Navy at the age of 39. That was 4 years ago, so calculate my age. Yes, I'm getting there slowly but surely. Anyways, guys, so I have an important topic today. I'm not gonna make my video very long. I just want to finish it off maybe about in 7 minutes or so. I want to wrap it up in 7 minutes. So I posted a video last week. I talked about what my day looks like on the military base. I did put in a few clips of my workplace, of the ship, the carrier, and I showed what our pier looks like. Just a few clips. You can go back and watch that video. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about this book that is used when you go to boot camp. So guys, if you're joining for the first time, I am in the US Navy, and some things that I talk about, things to expect when you go to boot camp, or things you need to know before you go to boot camp. I have made videos I've made some videos some weeks back, so you can always go back and look at those videos. But today I'm gonna just talk a little bit about this book. It's called The Trainee Guide. When you go to boot camp, you're gonna get this book. You have 2 major tests to take from this book. You'll always have this book, except when you're doing like physical activities. But if you're in line, going to the mess deck, the galley to have your lunch, whether breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you will have this book. This book will be like your new cell phone. You won't have cell phone. You will not have your cell phone in boot camp. First time when you get to boot camp, they would have you pack your phone, items that you brought that are not needed at boot camp, that have you pack them in a box and ship them home. I heard that due to COVID-19, they're not sending boxes home anymore. They're not allowing recruits to send boxes home anymore. So at least you get your phone stays with you at boot camp. However, it is locked away for the entire time that you're there in a locker. Okay, so this will be your new cell phone. I know these days everywhere we go, we have our cell phones. We won't leave home without our cell phones. If we leave the house and we notice that we leave our cell phones, we're gonna turn back. That's how important our cell phones are. So when you get to boot camp, that's how important this book will be. Your trainee guide, the chiefs, senior chiefs, master chiefs, they're gonna emphasize that you studied this book, because as I said, you're gonna get 2 major tests from this book. And if you fail any of these tests, you get a period of time to do to sit the test again. I think it's 24 hours. However, if you fail the test again, you're going to be AS mode. AS mode means that they're going to roll you back from your current division to one that came after you. So that means you will not be graduating with the people who you started out with. And if you keep failing, they'll keep setting you back and setting you back for the longest. If you keep failing like non-stop, you're not passing. And well, I've never seen that before, where somebody keeps taking the test and they're not passing. But if that should happen, they're gonna separate you from the military, from boot camp. There's nothing much to do at boot camp in terms of things to distract you. So your main focus will be reading your trainee guide, learning your 11 general orders And when you first, before you go to boot camp, when you go to the DEP program, that's a delayed entry program, you will be taught the 11 general orders. um the trainers will insist that you learn those before you go off the boot camp. I am gonna go over the 11 general orders and the Sailor's Creed. Those are two important things to remember. Although you will be taught when you get to boot camp, but imagine you will be ahead of the game if you know them. Every person that goes to boot camp stands watch. So especially those who are standing at the door, you will be asked questions. So just prepare yourself. If you're going off to boot camp, prepare yourself. Every person will stand watch. You may stand an overnight watch. You're going to stand at the door, and you're going to greet the petty officers that are coming in. If it's an officer, you will greet that officer. This book teaches you everything. It teaches about the history of the Navy. It has the Sailor's Creed, the 11 general orders. It has the different ranks. What do say an E1 wear? E1 to an E1 to an E8 wears on their collar device, on their sleeves. All of those information is in this book. When you stand watch at the door, any petty officer or any chief can walk up to you and ask you, like, recruit. They're gonna address you by they're gonna call you recruit. What is your 11 general orders? There are 11. What is your first general order? And you should know it. And you're gonna stand at attention, and you are gonna recite the whatever general order they ask you to recite. You must know them, and they may ask you different questions like who's the president of the United States, who is the CEO of Recruit Training Command. That's boot camp, and that's in Chicago, Illinois. So all that information is in this book. I know the writing is really fine, but I will put a little bit of the information in my video so you can look at it. You can maybe pause your video and take a look at it. But what I'm gonna go over today real quick, I'm gonna go over the 11 general orders and the Sailor's Creed. When you're on the ship, you will say the Sailor's Creed every morning at quarters. I worked at a squadron, and that was not something we had to do. We didn't have to say it every morning. And let me explain what a squadron is. A squadron is it's a command that is a land-based. It doesn't mean that you are on shore command, shore duty. It means that you work with a command that is on land. It's not on the ship. However, that command, which is called a squadron, will be attached to a ship. Whenever that ship is going out on deployments or any small underway, more than likely you will go on COMTOEX, that's preparation for deployment and deployment, like small operations, small exercises. The ship's company goes out, but a squadron doesn't really go out with the ship at that time, because they have their own exercises to do here on land. However, I have never been at a squadron, and hear anyone saying the Sailor's Creed, but I used to do it when I was on the ship. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and without any further ado, I keep talking and talking forever. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read go over the 11 general orders and the Sailor's Creed. Guys, I'm getting old. The more I age, the more I lose my sight. So I have to wear my spectacles. Okay, so this book is all, I wrote everywhere in this book. Everywhere. I jot down information everywhere, guys. And especially the we go over everything but the ones that are highlighted. For sure you're gonna get those on your test. Okay. And one very important thing to that you will learn is about the Uniform Code of Military Justice. It gives the rules and regulations and the consequences that you will face if you break any. And these are real serious consequences. I would never want to find myself in that situation, guys. Okay, so I'm looking for my 11 general orders. And I haven't opened this book since I left boot camp. Okay guys, so I said I was gonna go over or I would go over the 11 general orders and the Sailor's Creed, but I want to show you this at the front of the book, and this is very important, guys, because if you go against these rules right here, you're getting kicked out of the military, kicked out of boot camp. So I'm just gonna go over them real quick. They're called RTC Commanding Officers Top 6. Successful means no sexual assault or harassment. Recruits, no racism or discrimination or sexism. Follow, no fraternization, meaning you're not gonna date the any of the instructors. This is first class, second class, a chief, nothing like that. Because when people get involved with those who are higher over them, partiality can come in, favoritism can come in, and that is not tolerated in the Navy. Really, no recruit to recruit contact. So you're not touching your fellow recruits. No hazing standards, no substance abuse, absolutely no substance abuse. After I left boot camp and went to A school, a lot of people got involved in alcohol abuse, and if you're caught taking too much alcohol, especially if you're underage, there's no second chance for you. If you're under the age and you are drinking alcohol, you will be kicked out. It's not tolerated. If you're underage, you're in school. Okay, so I'm here, guys, still trying to find what I'm looking for, but as I said, I haven't looked in this book in a very long time. But there's so many very important information in here, guys. Like if you're ever gonna enter the office of the chief, or well, you're going to see the officer of the deck. So you're going to see the officer of the deck and the officers in his office, or any officer. First, the procedure is knock 3 times. Well, it says procedure for entering an office. And this is something you'll have to do. When you stand watch, you're a rover. Whenever you're a rover, you're going to walk around the compartments where you sleep in, and you're going to check the temperature. You're going to record it. And every hour or every half an hour, you're going to go down to the officer of the deck and you're going to report to him that whatever your finding is, you're going to report to the officer of the deck. You can, if your report is, if you see that everything is normal, you'll go down and you're going to knock 3 times. When I say go down, I was upstairs, but you walk to the officer's door and you're gonna knock 3 times. And then it says, enter when told. Take 3 30-inch paces. If in a duty status, stay covered and salute. If you're in a duty status, you're gonna stay covered and salute. You're gonna keep your cover on and you're gonna salute. Okay? If not in a duty status, uncovered, remove your cover and stand at attention. Okay, and you're gonna sound off. If you're not loud before you go to boot camp, you will have to get loud and proud. So sound off meaning be loud. And you're gonna say good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, sir or ma'am. And you're gonna say Seaman Recruit, Jones, Division 110, reporting sir or ma'am. And then you're gonna remain at attention and state your business. You're gonna tell them compartment 110 is in good order, good standing. I don't remember the verbiage, but there is a script, but you have to plug the right numbers into that script. When you check like the temperature, if there's anything not normal, you're gonna jot it down and you're gonna report it to the officer of the deck. When dismissed, do an about face and leave the office. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what it looks like. You're gonna knock on the door. You're gonna knock and you're gonna have your clipboard in your hand with your report. And you're gonna knock on the door. And they're gonna say come in, or if they don't say come in, you wait, because sometimes they're really busy inside. And you're gonna go in, you're gonna take 3-step forward march. You're gonna go in 3 pace, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry. Okay, and if you're wearing your cover, you put your hand at your side and you salute. And you said, Seaman Recruit, Division 110. And you're going to tell them what you're here to do. I don't remember the verbiage. And then the officer will say to you, everything is good. And when the officer, everything is good, you're going to drop your salute. And then when the officer dismisses you, you're going to take an about face. 1 foot, as your right foot to behind you, and you make an about face. And then you walk away. So many things to learn, guys. I wish I could tell you guys everything, but I'll do it in different videos. All right, so I'm just gonna move on, and let me find the the 11 general orders. And there's so many interesting things in this book, guys. Oh my gosh. I want to say I miss boot camp, but I don't. I don't. I would never go back to boot camp. If they tell me that you have to go back to boot camp, I mean, I have to follow orders, but it would be a nightmare for me. I'm not trying to scare anybody. That was just my experience. Okay, so here we go, guys. The 11 general orders. 11 general orders. Alrighty. So my first general order petty officer. So when you go to these delayed entry program, or when you're at boot camp and your petty officer second class, say recruit, what is your first general order? You're gonna say, petty officer, my first general order is to take charge of this post and all government property in view. Petty officer, if it's a chief comes in and say, recruit, because you're standing at the door. When you see your petty officer or your chief come in, you are going to greet them. Good morning, good evening, whatever it may be. All right. And so that's the first general order, to take charge of this post and all government property in view. The second general order, to walk my post in a military manner, keeping always on the alert and observing everything that takes place within sight or hearing. Third general order, to report all violations of orders I am instructed to enforce. Fourth general order, to repeat all calls from post more distant from the guardhouse than my own. Fifth general order, to quit my post only when properly relieved. Sixth general order, to receive, obey, and pass on to the sentry who relieves me all orders from the commanding officer, command duty officer, officer of the deck, and officers and petty officers of the watch only. General order number 7, to talk to no one except in the line of duty. Eighth general order, to give the alarm in case of fire or disorder. Ninth general order, to call the officer of the deck in any case not covered by instructions. 10 general order, to salute all officers and all covers and standards not cased. 11 general order, to be especially watchful at night and during the time for challenging, to challenge all person on or near my post and to allow no one to pass without proper authority. So those are the 11 general orders. There's also something called the RTC Maxim, Recruit Training Command Maxim. I will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those among us who do. Guys, I wish I could go over the entire book for you, but this video is getting really long, and I like to stick to my promises, but it's been past 7 minutes a long time ago. It's now 24 minutes. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm trying to find the Sailor's Creed. I am a United States sailor. Okay. All right, guys, I can't find it in the book, so I am going to say it. I'm going to say it based on my memory. I'm going to say it from memory. Okay, guys, when you're saying the Sailor's Creed, you're going to stand at attention and you are going to repeat the Sailor's Creed. The Sailor's Creed. I am a United States sailor. I will obey the Constitution. I am a United States sailor. I will support and defend. The Sailor's Creed. I am a United States sailor. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and I will obey the orders of those appointed over me. I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone on before me to defend freedom and democracy around the world. I proudly serve my country's Navy combat team with honor, courage, and commitment. I am committed to excellence and the fair treatment of all. Okay, guys, I said I would not make the video long, but this video is long. The video, oh, guys, there are so many things, and believe me, when you get to boot camp, you're gonna wish you learned more. You're gonna wish there was more to watch. It's gonna be it's gonna be a kind of a scary moment for you. It's gonna be more like a cultural shock. It's like you're gonna feel like you're in prison, but it's a change. It's a transition from a civilian lifestyle to a military lifestyle. And I said in my previous video, it's not a game. So you're gonna I'm gonna drop in a few little clips of what takes place at boot camp. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. But before I do, I just want to sing Anchors Away. Anchors Away, my boy. This is one song that you'll sing when you're marching together. And it goes like this. It is written by George D. Lotman and Domenico Sabino. And it goes like this. Stand leaving out to sea, fight our battle cry. We'll never change our course of vicious full steer shy. Roll out the TNT. Anchors away, sail on to victory and sing their bones to Davy Jones, hooray! Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to foreign shores, we'll sail at break of day. Through our last night ashore, drink to the full. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. Woo! All right, guys. I'm excited for you. I am happy for you guys. Go listen. If you decide to join the military and then for some reason you change your mind or somebody's talking you out of it or telling you that, hey, you can't make it, you won't make it, just something negative, do it. Do it. Not only to prove to them that you can do it, but for yourself. You're going to be happy. You're going to be proud of yourself when you make it through, when you go through all those tough times, and when you stand to graduate and you salute the flag and you know that you did it. You guys are going to be so happy. A lot of people thought that I wasn't able to do it, and I made it. And I'm a second-class petty officer today. Okay, so you can do it. You can do it, guys. All right, I think this video is just too long, way too long. Okay, guys, so watch and learn. And if you need to know anything, let me know. Let me know. Guys, if you want to talk to me, someone just asked me how they could reach me. Guys, you can reach me on my Instagram page. M as in Mike _ Barbie 35. Guys, in my next video, I'm gonna go over the alphabet, how we use them in the Navy, how we use them in the Navy. The alphabet. You might hear somebody say Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Romeo. Okay, so for the alphabet, this is a U as in uniform. Okay, so next time I do a YouTube video, I'm gonna go over the alphabet. A as in Alpha, B as in Bravo, C as in Charlie, D as in Delta, E as in Echo. After E is what? F. Seriously? I'm embarrassed. Foxtrot. I know all of them, guys. I teach my daughter and my niece all the time. F is in Foxtrot. and G is in golf, H is in hotel. So the next time I do a video, I will go over those with you and maybe talk about a few more things in this book. Very, very important, guys. Very important. The training guide, and you only get this when you go to boot camp. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, share my video, like my video. Thank you guys. Have a good one. See you soon.